Good morning, everybody. This is going to be a quick and easy one if you have watercolors, metallic watercolors to be exact. You've heard me talk about them tons of times from Iuilewatercolours on Etsy. I've made my own metallic watercolors that color shift as well if you've maybe purchased those in my Etsy shop. Which is currently falling apart. I will explain that a little bit later. But first, before we use our metallic watercolors, we have to have a nice dark matte base. So I've pretty much just sketched on a little black circle onto my stone. I'm not covering the entire stone, just the top. As you can see in the sunlight here, which won't be for long because it did start to rain shortly after this. The weather came in pretty fast. And it's been kind of chilly here. So only the beginning of this video is outside. But as you can see in the sun, it's a very bumpy stone. And that's okay because it will look even prettier with the metallic watercolor. So I've started with a circle using pencil on dry black matte paint. And I started with a petal up top, bottom, then I put a center line between the other two, left and right. You can slow it down there and take a look what I did, and then I drew those petals in, two each on either side. So one at the top, one at the bottom, two each on either side. Simple stem, simple leaves, and I'm just gonna add some lines as if this is all put together as if it's stained glass, but we know it's just watercolor. We're going to keep it a secret. Some of those lines are going to disappear. I am going to erase some stuff or cover it in black paint. I'm going to draw a bunch of random lines on the petals here. And when I finished that, I was like, ew, I don't like that at all. It's just too much, too busy. So I end up sponging out those lines with black paint and getting rid of them. But I'm going to get everything else done in gold first. So this is similar to when we dot things. I use a black background, I do a gold outline for everything, I do some cleanup, and then we fill it in with dots normally. You are welcome to do that if you do not own metallic watercolor paints. If you want to use just regular paint and paint it on, use sponges even, you're going to have to start with white. Once you get this sketched out in gold, go back in and fill in everything in white. That way you can just have a nice bright primed background to work with if you're just using regular color. If you're going to go in with dots, follow this process, and instead of doing metallic watercolor, you do dots. And you can choose whatever colors you want to use. If you want to do watercolors, you can follow me right till the end. And you can just use whichever colors you want, to be honest, whatever your favorite color of flower is, or whatever color you want your leaves to be. It's totally up to you. This is where you get to have fun with it and do what you want to do. So some of the lines I'm keeping, some of them don't make sense to me. I just kind of want it to all fit together like a simple stained glass piece, except for we're using gold and metallic watercolor. In the end, it's going to be beautiful. And you might have seen the color shifting photos that I posted on Facebook and Instagram, I believe. This shifts like crazy. I will put those pictures in here as well so that you can see just how much the colors change, because sometimes you really don't get to see that in the video. Even with resin, you still don't get to see it under all these different lights and from different directions, and it's truly a completely different color every time you look at it, depending on where it's sitting and what light you're in. It looks like a yellow and orange flower, or it can also look very deep pink, like it's very strange, but I'll show you, I promise. But we're going to just sketch on an easy, simple flower. That way we can all do it. And you can either dot it or you can do whatever you want. If you just like the black and the gold, leave it there. You're done. Bye-bye. Stay till the end though. And don't forget to hit like and hit subscribe just in case the YouTube robots have unsubscribed you. I need to get back out in the algorithm. This is the only source of income that I'm going to be making from my painted stones right now because of all of the tariff situations. A lot of Canadian small business Etsy owners are, I'll put it lightly, screwed. We are screwed. And this has been my livelihood for the last 8 years specifically. This is what puts food on the table for me. And so with my Etsy shop having to be on pause until something is sorted out with the tariffs, or people are willing to pay the huge amounts of duties and tariffs and shipping that I'm going to have to tack on to my items. Like, it's just unbelievable right now. And I just can't get ahead. I just got a part-time job. And then as soon as I got my part-time job, before I even received a first paycheck, I had to deal with my Etsy shop being closed. So please share my videos. Please hit the like button and keep me going in the algorithm. I don't like to beg anybody for anything. The hardest thing for me to do is to possibly maybe even start a Patreon so that I have money coming in that way, or, maybe set up memberships so that people can pay to see my videos earlier or have an extra video each month, or, it's something I don't know anything about, and I don't have anyone that I can talk to about it because there's no one that I know that is doing this, and I'm feeling very stuck and worried at the moment. Uncertainty is scary for some people. So please hit the like button. Please share my videos if you can. Go back and throw my videos on and watch them while you're doing the dishes or whatever. Just listen to me, or even mute me. I need to get back in the algorithm somehow. And I'm going to be putting up a bunch of videos because that's the only thing that I can do right now. Besides working my part-time job, all I can do is try and make more with YouTube. So I'm going to try. The watercolors I'm using are from Iuilewatercolours, like I said, from Etsy. The link is in the description of my videos all the time because I'm using their watercolors all the time. So I'm using 2 different shades of green on the leaves and the stem. One's a darker green and one's a lighter green. I'm using the Vivid set. I bought the little buttons, which I might even try and get myself some for Christmas because I'm starting to run out of some of my favorite colors. But I used a shifting pinkish red in the petals. And now I'm filling in all the little stained glass pieces with different shades of turquoise that also shifts to a purple. And I'm also going to put a blue in here. So I'm just kind of using 2 different shades of blue for the background. And the flower and stem, obviously, I colored specifically a certain way. But you do what you want to do. It's very easy. You just use a little bit of water on a brush for your watercolors because you want them to kind of stay where you put them. You don't want them to roll all over the place and mix in everywhere else. Also, make sure your gold and black are completely dry before you start this process. I know it only takes a couple minutes to let it dry, and this only takes a couple minutes to dry too. So you're watching the sparkles dance right now. That's just while they're drying. Once they're dried, they stay put. And a lot of people have asked, does it not run down the rock when you seal it with resin? And honestly, it never does. If it runs down the rock, it's because I accidentally did that while I was in the process of painting. And that's the only time. I don't know if it's because I'm using DecoArt matte black paint from Dollarama as my base. I don't know if it's because I'm using Iuilewatercolours and they just stay where they're put, or if it's because I'm using art resin and that's the only kind I use. So I use what I trust and I've never had a problem. So if you don't want your watercolors to run, use less water and go from there. But this is it dry. I'm going to show you a couple of pictures of it under different lighting so you can see just how much it shifts. only the center is wet right now, which I did in orange. But that also shifts. So hang on a minute, I'll show you some more. So this is what you're used to seeing as we were painting it, because that's basically where the camera was sitting. But I'm going to tilt it just a little bit and you'll be able to see how much this paint shifts in color. And it just makes my heart so happy. Now it looks totally different. And let's just shift it a little bit more. Bam. I'm telling you, this is just amazing. It's magic. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to seal it with resin so that you can see it all glossy and shiny. And we can just admire it together. And I'll be right back. I've brought it outside because there was a moment of sunshine again. So this, you're going to see, I slowed it down just so that you can see how much it shifts. It's just crazy. It's so pretty. I really enjoyed making it. It's very simple, but it's easily one of the most beautiful rocks I've painted. And I can't wait till I can put it in my Etsy shop and someone can purchase it. Look at it. It even looks different now, like just where it's been placed and the way the sun is shining on it. It's totally different. I love it. I love it so much that I did a fall one. And I'm going to be posting that one in a few days. So stay tuned. It's another simple one. And it's the same kind of style, but you can dot it or you can do color shifting metallics like I did. I love you guys. Don't forget, hit the like button, share if you can. Make sure you're subscribed still. And I will be back very, very soon. And don't forget, keep painting. Bye.